back. My name is Rebecca, never Becky, and today I want to show you guys how I got glammed and what I'm doing different. Have you guys noticed anything different? We'll see if you guys noticed. And if you guys have noticed, yes, I skipped over Thanksgiving and went straight for Christmas decorations. I just didn't care this year about Thanksgiving, unfortunately. So it will remain here until I'm good and ready to take it down. But until then, guys, let's get into this tutorial. Show you guys what I'm doing new now, and I already feel like this is a level that I wasn't anticipating on taking, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my eye primer. I'm going to put it on my foundation, my concealer brush, and I'm gonna pat it onto the eyes. The same amount that I have on this brush, I'm gonna utilize it on both eyes so it's not too cakey. And then I'm going to take my little beauty blender and I'm going to go and just start stapling it onto my eye just to cover the entire eye. This beauty blender that I have that's so tiny is from Fenty. So if you guys want to know where I got it, that's where I'm using, is the Fenty beauty blender. And I'm going to, again, just make sure it's all in the eye. If you guys are wondering like why, you know, I'm changing the routine, I really want to step up my game as much as possible to just really kind of give you guys what you're looking for, and just so my colors can pop so much more. I feel that I've always knew how to do what I'm going to show you guys. I just been, sincerely, I feel like I've just been being lazy about it, and I want to start taking it serious. And so I am learning new techniques, and that's all your girl has been up to, is just trying to better educate and better teach you guys like really, you know, quick ways to do your makeup, but also just kind of like be mindful of the fact that sometimes it's not as quick as we would like it to be, but it's the learning curves of makeup. And so I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there. I'm gonna be actually using my Jaclyn Hill, not Juvias, my Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the number 2, and I have in front of me her first one as well, which don't forget, I love the back end of this, guys, and let me explain why I love the back of this palette. Just simply because it's not hard to tell you guys what colors just by turning to the back of this palette without having to open it. I really do wish, sorry guys, something was distracting me. I really do wish that she kept this going, or if moving forward, if we could just keep this going with any palette. I think it's so cool than to just have the sleeves, guys, with the names on it. Like, this is, I just think it's so annoying to have at this point, because it's just, I'm also going to be using chocolate, the chocolate from the Juvias place. I am going to start in with this color here, and we're gonna work our way down into some darker, deeper browns. It's gonna be brown for this look, mainly brown, guys. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and start blending on the corners, outers of the eyes, and blend outwards because I don't want it to go down. I want it to be up. I want this to be blended outwards like that, and up into the brow, and we're gonna continue this motion throughout the look. Alright, now that I've completed that, I'm gonna go ahead and start with this color here from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna take this right into the crease of my brow, or the lid, sorry, right into the crease of my lid. And I'm going to just now kind of just give it some definition and just working it in that crease. Go ahead now and take in this shimmer right here. It's like a bronzy brown shimmer, and I'm going to start packing that onto the eye. And I'm also going to be using the same, it's very similar, but I'm going to be using this color here as well. But I wanted to start off with this brighter one, and I'm just going to start packing it on to my eye. I really wanted this chocolate brown look. Now I'm going to take the one from the chocolate palette and add a little bit to it as well. I went ahead and digged into this girl right here, as you guys can see by the imprint, and I'm going to now lay that on top of this. I like this color, and I really wanted the shimmers to be just a little bit bigger, so that's why I'm doing that. And it's brightening it up a little bit, so I'm just gonna pack it on right there. I think this is so gorgeous for the fall. So I really like mixing shimmers and all of the colors together, give it like some life in there. I don't typically go for dark colors like this. I feel like I like bright colors now on my face, but in fall, you know, I feel like you gotta change it up. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, guys, is move on to my primer for my face, which is the Milk Hydrating Primer. And I'm going to just add a little bit. I moisturized my face earlier, so I don't really need a whole lot. I'm just gonna hit my T-zones right underneath that eye. You guys wanna make sure you're doing that, and hit that forehead, because child, forehead be needing love. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm just gonna pack. I'm not going to like really do all of that. I'm just gonna pat it in there. And if you guys see a little glitter on my face, yes, it's because of the eyeshadows that I was touching. Try to do it with clean hands. I do have a towel here, so I'm wiping my hands, but I'm just gonna pack it into my skin. A lot of glitter right there. But what I'm going to go ahead and do now is now add my NARS foundation. And again, guys, I want to just show you guys really quickly, as quick as possible, how I'm going to put some on my hands, because there is no pump. One thing I did not like about this, it was no pump. I'm going to distribute out this foundation through the face. I am going to leave a little bit of room for concealer. And I'm gonna move those twists out the way for you guys. And I'm gonna work all of this foundation on the perimeters of my face, so you guys can see. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is add my concealer. I know you guys are like, what is she doing? She hasn't blended anything out. Just trust the process. I'm gonna go ahead and put some concealer here. As much as I do not like my dark circles, today I am learning to embrace a little bit. Not really. I'm gonna add another concealer. Bear with me with this process. Believe in the process, guys. And so I'm gonna just take it in the inner side, in the inner of my eyes. What am I saying? I don't know. It's too many words, guys. So I'm going to go ahead with my little baby beauty blender and start working it out. I'm moving pretty fast with my concealer because the e.l.f. foundation, the e.l.f. Concealer, that 16-hour hold, it doesn't play. So I'm having to work with it very, 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 very fast. And I'm gonna work this throughout the face. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a bigger beauty blender, guys. I'm gonna go with my pink ones. I did a lot of washing, so I feel like I can't even recognize my own beauty blenders, but I'm gonna go ahead and start working in this foundation around my concealer. I am not touching, as you guys can see, my concealer, but I am blending it into my foundation. And I'm going to just go ahead and give myself a little bit more coverage. And I'm going to just take the flat end and start putting it back where I need a little more assistance. So as you guys can see, I started on my nose. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is just finish out this line by making it as straight as possible. Don't know if you guys have realized I'm trying to angle my face a little more into the camera. I always feel like I look like one-sided, so my face is always like this. And I just wanna give you guys a true look into what I'm doing. So right now I'm gonna take my concealer, sorry, not my concealer, my contour by Juvias, and I'm going to start contouring the face. And you guys know my little method, so I don't feel the need to talk it through with you guys this time. I do it so much, and honestly nothing has changed as far as contouring my nose. That hasn't changed, but how I'm doing my eyes have, how I'm doing my makeup has changed, in case you guys don't realize like what I'm doing or what's so different. I will say that, you know, I don't blend in my concealer with my foundation, so that's a step that I'm not doing anymore. I'm just doing it entirely separate. I'm not mashing them together. So that is just a little tip to know. I'm straightening out this line. Okay, just so it's where I want it. And I just realized I didn't put any foundation here, guys, so I'm gonna take a second and do that. She is tripping. And I'm gonna just actually use what's on my hand and not even add another brush or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and use my NYX multi brush to finish out this down here. As you guys can see, she is adding some to the bottom, as everyone should be doing. If you're doing your foundation any other way, I'm going to be asking why. Why are you like that? Why are you doing your makeup like that? Stop the crime. So I'm gonna just make sure everything is nicely blended out. Take my time, don't touch too much. What I will go ahead and do right now, guys, is set my under eyes while it's still damp. And I know I got a little bit of time to do this, so I'm gonna just go ahead with my angled beauty blender from Morphe and start doing this little step so I can set my concealer. I try to do it right after I set my concealer. I don't like to wait too long. It can crease by that time, and we don't want that at all. So we're gonna go ahead and do it to the other one. and I'm going to again take it into the eye. I cannot say it, into the eye. Sorry guys. I'm gonna go ahead and continuously do this on the nose. And I wanted to do this immediately because it's where it's sitting right now. I don't want any creases underneath the nose, anything like that. So, and I'm gonna take it onto the forehead as well. Just go the opposite way. And continuously take it into the forehead, right in between the eyes. And as I get this more contoured, then we'll go ahead and set it onto my, the bridge of my nose as well. But while we're at it, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. So this is the cleanup process. I'm gonna turn this brush around and get to work, because this is like the majority of my time that gets wasted is trying to contour. And I always blend out from the contour underneath the brow. I start to do it there because it's the more realistic way your eyes are shadowed. So that's why I take it up so high. And I'm going to just blend out very gently down the bridge of my nose. Again, up into the brow, down the bridge of my nose. I'm doing very soft motions. I'm not trying to do too much. I want it to look really, really nice. So subtle strokes works. So you don't have to go all hard. You don't have to try too much. What I will go ahead and do is take, I have used like 4 different concealers, guys. I'm trying to perfect a little bit lighter color, but I might have to just resort to buying another lighter shade. I'm trying to stop all the crazy spending that I'm doing, but it is what it is, and we're gonna get the job done. And again, I'm just taking it and cleaning up my nose so that contour isn't too bright, isn't in your face, isn't, well, what I want to say is not that it's too bright. Let me correct myself. I don't want my contour to be too wide, so I want it to be as small as possible. I do not need it to get wider because that's causing a different effect, and I don't want that. So I'm going to again just make sure everything I like the way I like. I keep going until I'm completely satisfied with what I'm seeing. So you guys can do it the way you feel that works for you. I'm gonna do it the way I like it done and how I feel that it works for my face structure. And I'm going to set now. Actually, let me go ahead and put a little concealer on the bridge. I don't know why I'm forgetting all these steps, like I don't need to do any of this, but I'm just taking the concealer down the bridge of my nose to make sure the line that you guys are seeing is sharp. And again, small strokes. You don't need to just one time, because to get a perfect line, it takes time. And I feel that that works for me. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. Okay, now that I'm done contouring my nose, I'm gonna take my contour stick and drag it up the face. This is so creamy. I'm just gonna drag it, and of course I'm gonna add some here, I'm gonna add some here. I just did not feel like being prestige with the brush, so I'm just taking it, and I'm also gonna put some underneath here, just right about there. And we're going to move on with my favorite brush from Morphe, and I'm going to blend upwards. I don't want to drag my face down, so this is why it's important to make sure, one, it's in your hairline, and you blend upwards with your contour color, because you're gonna bring your face down if you're doing this motion. Don't go down, go up. And so you can have a uplifted face, right? And then we're gonna go ahead and use circular motions around the jaw area and bring it down. We want it to look cohesive, so that's what I'm doing. Same thing to this side. Onto the face. Sorry about this twist. She is out of control. She will not stay still. But I'm just gonna go ahead and pack it all to the face. Is it sad that I honestly don't remember hitting pan on this Coco Naughty, but clearly I hit pan, guys. I love it a lot. And then when I bronze my nose, what I like to do is get a more prestige, more angled brush. Okay, so this is a good brush right here. So this is by Morphe. It's an S4 brush. And what I like to do is use this brush to literally go on the lines of where I already contoured at and go right over it. Okay, so I went ahead and add some falsies, guys, to this look off camera. Sorry guys, I'm just not that good yet to do it on camera, but I will get better, I promise. I'm gonna go ahead with my Juvias Place palette. I'm gonna go in with the color Neo onto the cheeks. I'm gonna really make this whole look come together. Doing a little blush. I do really, really love this color. It is really gorgeous. It looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my lips now. I'm going to start with Richie from Morphe. We're gonna do a brown lip on top of this, like why not, right? So I'm gonna start by outlining my lips. Now that I'm done lining my lips, I have my two favorite lip combos, which is Embellishment and Limbo by Colourpop. I'm gonna be using these two to create an ombre look. I actually learned this trick from a friend. I was like, you can't do two browns, it won't show up. Yes, you can, and yes, you should be doing it. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do, is I'm gonna go ahead and add these colors. I did not realize how drying and quickly drying this is, but we're gonna go through with it. I'm back, and this is the finished look, guys. How do you guys feel about this new way I'm doing my makeup? If you guys like it, let me know. Leave me comments below. I'm really becoming very proud of myself. I always make it a point to try to learn new ways to do makeup, so I'm with the trends. And right now I feel like this is one of my proudest moments. It's like, go ahead girl, pat yourself on the back, you did that look. And this is like super big deal. I just love the entire look. I feel like this is so fall. Having like something like this during like Thanksgiving, you know, all the major holidays that are coming up, I feel like this is the time to really show up and show out, guys. So this is one of the looks that I'm loving. I'm gonna be definitely bringing you guys more of these kind of looks, and so that way I'm upgrading with you guys. You guys are not alone trying to do makeup. One, I will just say it's not easy. It's definitely a process. You do have to become very familiar and comfortable with what you're doing and what works on your face. For me, I feel like I do what works for my face, my bone structures. I feel like all these techniques can be applied even with any bone structure, any face shape. As long as you're having the right techniques, you guys are going to do amazing. If you keep watching your girl, I'm definitely gonna take you and elevate you and level you up around here. Because I know, at least for me, when it's coming to like these major holidays that are coming up, you know, some people will be visiting family, some people won't. I want to look good regardless, and the way that I've been cooped up in the house, I want to come out like, yes, I just been out home looking like this the entire time, okay? I want somewhere to go. I'm desperate now. I've been good. I've been staying home, safe. And I hope you guys do the same thing, but at the end of the day, I'm loving this fall look, guys. I am just obsessing over it. I hope you guys was able to follow along, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.